Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials was the follow-up to the 2014 young adult adaptation, The Maze Runner, and I went into that movie with lower expectations, not really expecting much, and it came out saying it was surprisingly a good time. It was fun while it lasted. However, as you guys probably know, the ending was universally hated, and rightly so. Rather than actually complete the film, it just sets up for the sequel, and so here we are, and it picks up exactly right where the last one left off with, spoiler alert if you have not seen The Maze Runner, you really shouldn't be watching this review, I guess. The people that were trapped in a maze, after they escape, they're being taken to like this safe zone, I guess you could say, but then they realize what they're doing here is wrong, and that's where our story kind of begins. So I went into the Scorch Trials with the same sort of mindset, not really expecting much, and that's exactly what I got. That's not to say I didn't enjoy some aspects of the movie. Dylan O'Brien was great once again. Some of the action set pieces / chase scenes were great and intense, and overall the first half of the movie wasn't bad. However, from there it just takes a turn for the worst. You meet up with this like rebel band of people in this warehouse, then from there you're dropped into this like great chase scene with this crank, I guess they call them, which is a zombie. I'll get into that later. And then following that scene, you're in this party scene and they have this weird trip, and it's kind of weird, and you're kind of left piecing everything together and just going along with the story. As I was saying, this movie features like cranks is what they call them, which is the zombies in this dystopian universe, and that was an aspect I didn't expect from this movie, and I quite enjoyed it for the first half. I mean, they were actual real people with makeup on, it was practical effects, and it really worked for me. But then, just like the second half, as it takes a turn for the worse, so does the zombies. They become basically CGI, like I Am Legend, and that didn't really necessarily work. The effects weren't all too great. This movie is also filled with coincidences, like this one character gets infected by a crank, but all of a sudden they meet this new tribe of people and they have a cure for it, which is actually something that guess you could say the government is looking for, to cure the cranks or whatever, and it was just kind of weird, I guess. Like I said, the audience is really left trying to like, they're going along with the story even though they're not really connecting with it, and all the points don't really make sense. And this movie does have pacing issues. I found myself getting quite bored from scene to scene, and the movie was just trying to charge along, and I wasn't really with it the whole time. And one thing that actually really pissed me off about this movie was, rather than answer any of the questions that was posed in the first movie, this movie has the fucking balls to pose more questions than answer any, and really, that does piss me off. What is there for the viewer to want anymore? If you're gonna say, oh no, don't worry, we're gonna answer these questions in the next film, and then don't, that kind of gets under my skin. I mean, at least answer some of the questions to reward the viewer for watching this movie and being able to keep up with the next movies to follow, but it doesn't, and it just... I mean, they do sort of answer, but it's kind of like a half-assed question, and it doesn't really work for me. So I wouldn't say this movie is disappointing, as I wasn't really looking forward to it anyways. However, these movies do have the potential to be good, but it just doesn't get there, and it's kind of sad. I may not be the target audience, but I know that there is some good with The Maze Runner. It's just not there. It's watchable, I just can't really recommend it, and yeah, so The Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials gets a 4 out of 10. Alright guys, this has been your favorite critic 26 with yet another review. I will be back with another review of The Lazarus Effect, which is a 2014 horror movie that came out 11 months ago, so get ready for that one. I can't wait to talk about it. I have lots to talk about. And yeah, so if you like this review, please smack that like button. As always, share it to your friends, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.